introduce this young man to you tonight. He needs no introduction, really. I admire this man, not only for his lifetime achievement in the theater and his dedication to the theater in this theater, but for his unwavering friendship and support that he's given to everybody here at this theater, and his leadership that he's given to everyone, including me. So I'd like to introduce to you the famous, the infamous, the meat-eating, the coffee-drinking, the witty, the fabulous, the dearest, most precious man in the world to me, Mr. Jack Irvin.
She knows me. It's not easy to get to know me, but she knows me. Gosh, I've been here a long time, but not as long as some people. Well, I'm the comic relief. That ain't funny. Oh, mercy, no, if I was 55 years younger, she wouldn't have a chance. And she knows that, I tell her that often. I won't tell you some of the other things I tell her, but oh boy, what a place, huh? I tell you, we've had some great times here. I played in Cats. I played the daddy cat with that big, heavy costume. I got such an itch on my... Now, I'm still scratching. That's been a long time ago. But Wesley played the Grisabella. And I'll say this about it. In my vast experience, and it is vast. Well, I've lived a long time. I'll be 83 in the 29th of August. But in my vast experience, Wesley Webster is by far the best squeeze I've ever had. You may print that. Anybody making notes on this? Anybody making notes? I had the great pleasure of performing with some of the big names I didn't know at the time. Some of the kids would ask me, "Did you know Judy Garland?" I said, "No, but I knew Liza Minnelli's mother." And they just kind of shake their heads at that, you know. Actually, that's what it was. I didn't know Judy Garland. She was a very complex person, I hear. But I was in the first show with Liza Minnelli called Best Foot Forward. She was a young 17-year-old at April. We had our birthday party at the little club. And I was one of the standouts because I was the tallest one there. And Judy Garland comes in the club. She singles me out. And she wants to know how Liza's doing. She was her mother. She's a typical mother. And so I know Liza Minnelli's mother. I don't know Judy Garland. But I did work with Richard Burton and Julie Andrews. When the show had been running for quite a while in February of '62. My goodness, that's a long time ago. And sang I'll Follow My Secret Heart with a High B natural. Oh yeah, I used to sing with it. You probably think I can't do that now. I can. But I hit this high B natural, and this apparition came running out from stage right. He had on polka dot shorts, barefooted, hairy chest. He had shaving cream all over his face, big black wavy hair. And he said, "Who the H was that?" And Franz Alles, the conductor, who was a friend of mine, had me audition. And the board said, "That's your understudy." He said, "I'll never miss another performance." And he did. I used to stand in the wings and watch Richard Burton perform. He was a professional Welshman, as you know, but he had such a depth of character. He made the right choices of things. And boy, he picked a good one when he picked Camelot. It's going to be playing here the 10th of September through the 8th of November. Camelot, where you park your camels. I don't know what they've got on Ron Murphy, but he's still here. And if there's anything I've said to offend you, believe me. Well, it's been a while since I've been up here, and I've missed you. Have you missed me?
Yes.
But you know, the Playhouse does a lot more than just provide great entertainment. They bring together all this talent, discover the talent in the community. A great community service, one of the community services which is seldom mentioned, is that James Robert Crabtree took a garrulous, insane old man off the public streets of Crossville and gave him something entertaining to do. And I'll be forever grateful for that. It's my therapy. It's really good for me to be able to be up here, tell you a few things that are on my heart. And the theater is going to go on one way or the other. I have every confidence that it will, because of people like you. You're the ones. Well, whether you like it or not, you are the ones. But I'm supposed to sing this little number. I never sang it before, so it should be a hoot. Oh boy. And don't forget, September 10th it opens and plays through November the 8th. Why is it such a short run, Jim Bob? I've played that thing forever. Camelot. By the way, President Kennedy, I sang at his inaugural ball. They had 3 of them. But he attended the show, and whenever he did, his party was practically the only people there, and they sat in the center section. We performed for them just like we had a full house. You think that makes a difference? Well, it does if you work on the gross. And I think Jason Ross is working on the gross. Out there counting the house. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we've got him outnumbered. We've got him outnumbered. Don't be afraid. We've got him outnumbered. Eat something. Eat something. But this is the Camelot number that Richard Burton. Oh, I've got a little story about Mr. Burton. I was a big fan of his, and when I went into the show, I went backstage, and well, I was backstage anyway. And so I was in my costume, and I went into knocked on his door in his dressing room. Said, "Mr. Burton, I'm Jack Irvin. I've just come into the show, and I want to tell you what a privilege it is to be performing with you, sir. It's a great privilege and a pleasure." And he was muttering. I said, "Excuse me, pardon me, sir, Mr. Burton? Call me Dickie." "Excuse me, Mr. Burton? Call me Dickie." "Dickie, Bert? Is that you?" That's what he said. Call me Dickie. Well, I could never get up enough nerve to call him Dickie. Except maybe tonight he'll help me with this number. He did it with such complete aplomb. I'm a college man. Julie was out there on stage too, and you may not know this about Julie Andrews. We got to know her pretty well. She's a whistler. She used to whistle in her mother and father's vaudeville act in England, and she came over here and there wasn't much market for it. So she started singing, and she sang pretty good. But then the producers of this show found out about her whistling, and if you've seen the show, What Do the Common Folk Do? You remember that name? That Guinevere and Arthur do? Julie Andrews does some of the most incredible whistling that you have ever heard in your life. Julie Andrews. I couldn't get over it. There's a real talent. Well, I guess I better get on with it. It's late and it's way up past my bedtime. Anybody else out there asleep? Okay, Dickie. Let me have it. It's true. It's true. The Crown has made it clear. The climate must be perfect all the year. War was made a distant moon ago. Here, help, Dickie. July and August cannot be too hot. Too hot. And there's a legal limit to the snow here. In Camelot, 11 counts. The winter is forbidden till December, and exits March the 2nd on the dot. In the summer leaves is through September, leaves it. In Camelot, 15 counts, 15 counts. Camelot, Camelot. I know it sounds a bit bizarre, the word, but in Camelot, Camelot, that's how conditions are. The rain may never fall till after sundown. By 8 the morning fog had disappeared. In short, it's simply not a more convenient spot for happily ever after than here.